defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big win early.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it. Short pass caught by Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit. And that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Here's Wilson to throw. Completing it here, Marvin Jones. A gain there of 21 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Right back to Mitchell here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers march it right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 43 rail. Hey, go steal.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You look at this Steeler defense. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it easily to the top 5.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. This defense for the Steelers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Round 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Robinson now on first down. There he goes left side. He may go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Bijan Robinson. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Robinson with another carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Young. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. They run over center with Mitchell. Down to the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 9. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience, when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down. He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson.
101 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it out in order to try and get the upset win.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down. To throw is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. This complete to Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. Crossover out of bounds right at the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Steelers add 6 to their lead. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing it further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Robinson.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. Black block. Blue check. Cut.
Again, it's Robinson. And now the rookie's free.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. Steal. Just steal. Ready.
Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra. Set.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Robinson will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And that flag accepted.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Short pass caught by Henry. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point try now for Moody.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 21. Jake Moody to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Down.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Ready.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They go play action with Wilson. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. .43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin the drive with Robinson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hand off now to Robinson. Boy, 203 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
It's Young off play action.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes there. And they block on a big-time running play and create extra space. You've kind of hit the jackpot there. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Devontae Parker. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Come on, set. Strike. Ready.
Robinson on a give right side.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Robinson with another carry.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
245 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a fourth down.
And Chase will go in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Robinson up the middle.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Young now from the 50. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Elijah Mitchell.
64 yards.
And the Steelers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Now Moody for the PAT.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Steelers 52, Browns 21. Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. And he's not able to go the distance. He's out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. What a return.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by...
And he's in. Touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
A 63-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Steelers, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.